let's take time out from the Seventh Wars for tonight's special event. Throughout the series, we're also going to be hosting the Featherweight Championships. So let's bring them on. They're small, they're fast, and they're bad.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the featherweights then. Rip from Nottingham, Kitty from Redditch, and there's Alpha from Colville, Leicestershire. They're the teams together. Alpha on the left, Ripper in the middle, and Kitty on the right-hand side. Here's Mini Maul with the full-body spinner and the scoop. Cheese 2 with the hammer in the middle. Prince of Ore with the big flipper. And there's Cygnus and the teams together. Mini Maul on the left, then Cheese 2 and Prince of Ore and Cygnus on the right-hand side peering out. In the arena for the house robots, Mr. Psycho. And Sir Killer. Oh, goodness me, a heavyweight duo for this featherweight battle. Growler in there as well.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
We have unleashed the dogs of hell on the first of 3 featherweight battles, after which there will be a final later on in the series. And Prince of Ore gets an early flick in there from Rip. Through the air it sails. I've got a little fancy for Kitty, which is right in the middle of things there. But it's Rip with the green and yellow showing up early on. Just saw Kitty bottom of the picture. That's Cheese 2 being neatly controlled. Kitty again, you see the flipper there of Rip, the pneumatic flipper. 2 9.6 volt motors. Who's that in trouble? Cygnus, but righted and okay. The action is frantic. Oh, they don't get anywhere near that hammer, do they? He's squished. Look at the size comparison. Oh dear. Poor Rip. Oh. It's like just crumpling up a sweet packet. The pit release has been activated. Growler and Madden spin. Go on, Growler, get down that pit. Away and out of trouble. I think it was Mini Maul in there. Oh, Cygnus. Now, which way will Killalot go? He's peering out. Prince of Ore caught by Rip, or is it pushing Rip? But Rip had good traction there. Kitty in with a little side slam on Cheese 2. Alpha, we haven't seen much of Alpha yet. Alan Young, 18 years of age. Driving and designing. What was that? What on earth was that? Whatever it was is no more. It's no more. Look in the background, there's nothing left. That's what was left of Cygnus. About to be thrust up in the air, I think, from the floor flipper. See how... Oh, maybe not yet. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're getting them all together. Cheese 2 in there as well. Punctured. Kitty wants to stay out of damage. The clock ticks down. That's come down with snow on it.
Cease.
Oh dear, that was great. Look at this. Whee! Up you go. One's out of the arena and the other one landed on the moon, I think. Whoa, that was terrific stuff. And down the pit too. Don't ask me who went through. I haven't got a clue. Craig will have to tell you. It's the first time in the history of Robot Wars I've been totally lost for words.
That was fantastic. The featherweights are so much fun. The flipper got a hole in one. Some of the featherweights were squashed, but 4 remain. And the judges are going to make a decision, so the 2 go through. They're looking at style, control, damage and aggression. And the judges have made the decision. They've gone for the flippers, Prince of Ore and Rip. Let's take time out from the Seventh Wars for tonight's special event. Throughout the series, we're also going to be hosting the Featherweight Championship. So, hey, let's bring them on!
Roboteers, stand by.
Craig, we've 7 teeny titans, 2 will win through, already through to the Featherweight Final, Rip and Prince of All from an earlier battle in the series. There's Bernard, DTK, mini Dan Tom Kia, Staglet, a mini stag. And they're the 3 teams together. Bernard on the left, DTK in the middle, and Staglet on the right-hand side, captained by Terry Martin. So Typhoon Cadet. There's Alienator and Cutlet, a mini Lamsey. Finally, Mammoth. The teams. Alienator on the left-hand side, a bit of a squeeze. Carl Asplin, there's the Mammoth team next to him. Cutlet at the back and Typhoon Cadet on the right-hand side. In the arena for the house robots, Matilda, she'll seem mighty by comparison. So will he, Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Check the difference in size between these featherweight mini robots and Sir Killalot when you get the chance. Little DTK's doing good work there in the yellow. That's the walking robot, Mammoth. Because it's a walker, it can be twice the weight of the others. It's 24 kilos. Walking fairly briskly as well for a walker. Next to it, little Alienator. Oh, good speed away across the arena floor. Can get up to 20 miles an hour. 12 kilos in weight. Typhoon Cadet spinning away using the side blades as it spins. Little push there from Alienator. The Staglet is involved as well. Captained by Terry Martin. Young David's in his team, 12 years of age. Good driving there by Terry. David's his tactician. Now who's doing the pushing and who's doing the pulling between Staglet and Alienator, who breaks away. Gets a little slam in there as well. Cutlet was involved. Good push by Bernard as well. DTK, top of your picture in the yellow. Alienator, well, he's pushed the pit release button, so it's a question of who stays out now. Pit, 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 they cry. The ref bot's out there in the middle, just having a little bit of a check. Mammoth may end up down the pit, the walker. It'll take until Christmas of the year 2015 to get it down there, mind you. Oh, Cutlet's over. They've got a little flipper to self-right. Can they use it? They'll need to. Mammoth is doing some pushing. Typhoon Cadet is spinning wildly. Here we go. Very slow. Oh, well done. Oh, another one's gone. Oh, dear, Staglet, they were so good and they've driven themselves in. Terrific stuff. Oh, you're never going to lift Mammoth, surely. Look at that. The guts and determination out there. The little legs that walk in, but they're going nowhere. That's the drop zone, actually, as well. Got to get out of there. Alienator right by the pit release is being counted down. Can't be any life left then in those motors, the 12-volt motors. Carl Asplin, who designed it, is also driving it, and he's driving it away! He's got away from you, ref bot! Is that allowed? Well, it's cheeky. And DTK is about to make him pay! The ref bot's nonplussed! Totally lost for words! There is Typhoon Cadet, doing very little. I'll tell you what, impressive so far has been Bernard on a very quiet scale. Just see him there behind the ref bot. Typhoon Cadet's going nowhere. That's where the ref bot is counting Typhoon Cadet out any second now. So they've gone. Staglet gone. Cutlet gone. That leaves Bernard, DTK, Alienator and Mammoth still out there. Alienator's a cheeky little thing, isn't he? Away across the arena again. But Bernard, I like the look of Bernard. Very quiet, effective work. Typhoon, how high was that? Typhoon Cadet. That was nearly out of the war zone completely. That nearly ended up in row L. And it crashed down, and it hits a killer. Look at the look. Oh, dear. OK, so now it's Mammoth's turn to get the count. Didn't really self-right. DTK will push on Alienator. Mammoth, gone. Leaving 3. Won't be much left of that. When it gets hit by your common and garden kitchen utensil. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, they did very well. That's good strength out there, Mammoth. To survive that, with barely a scratch. And the little shoes, still on the move. The washing machine took a bit of a blow. Burn that bot. Well, chuck it with the rest of the rubbish anyway. Sorry if I've called one of your little tiny titans rubbish, but that's the name of the game. Bernard. Don't think about taking on Sir Killer. He's pushing Sir Killalot. Bernard was trying to push Sir Killalot into the pit. That's like an ant pushing an elephant. Still, DTK pushes Alienator.
Cease.
Cease is called. The judges will have to decide which 2 from 3 go through.
A flipping furious featherweight frenzy that was. They might be featherweights, but it all got heavy out there. 4 are down, 3 still mobile. Gonna have to go to the judges. Well, guys, fantastic fight, furious action. 3 robots left standing. The judges have had to make a decision based on style, control, damage and aggression. And they've gone for DTK and Bernard!
Roboteers, stand by.
The last of the featherweight eliminators to go through to the final. Micromute from Stoke in Staffordshire with a static spike and scoop. Rampage 2 from Ely in Cambridgeshire with electric-powered flipper. Gianto from Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire with a sideways flipper. They're the teams together. Rampage on the left, Micromute in the middle, Gianto on the right-hand side. Craig Danby there. And Whipper from Newcastle in Staffordshire with a pneumatic flipper. Terry Martin captaining on the right, but not at the controls, significantly. In the arena for the house robots, Matilda. And also Sir Killalot. Goodness me, he'll make mincemeat of these.
2, 1. Activate.
2 to go through then. They look incy-wincy out there, don't they? Whipper against Rampage 2. Speed a lot slower than you would imagine from the big boys. Micromute can get up to 30 miles an hour. We haven't seen it yet. The only action so far, Whipper and Rampage 2. There's Micromute. Looks a clever little robot spinning away there from Sir Killalot's clutches. Rampage 2 with the rib-like structure. That's Gianto with the spinning blade you can see there. Craig Danby at the controls, and electronics engineer. Micromute needs to get away from Sir Killalot. Gianto's blade, I don't think it's going to cause any damage whatsoever to Rampage 2. The shell there, polypro and aluminium. A windscreen wiper motor provides the power. Micromute underneath Matilda's tail. You really don't want to be... Oh, you don't want to be there. That's for certain. Rampage 2 backing on to Whipper. Is Whipper still mobile? It's being edged away. Rampage 2 with the scoop-like structure. Oh dear, look at the damage caused by Matilda's tail on Micromute. Whipper in major peril. I think he's finished. Rampage 2, we've seen a lot of that. And Micromute counted out. Sustained terrible damage from Matilda. Up to then, I thought it looked nippy and manoeuvrable and quite dangerous. Look how tiny Gianto is. 2 of these featherweights will make the final later on in the series. Micromute gone. No longer in contention. Matilda back in the CPZ. Oh, the Micromute team. And Adam Emmett rather disappointed and shaking his head. And of course now it's a beaten machine. Can be destroyed further by the house robots. I'm surprised Whipper hasn't been counted out. Oh, Micromute in the clutches of Sir Killalot. You can barely see it in there because of the enormity of Sir Killalot. And away. What's he doing here? The house robots teaming up to toy with Micromute. and dangles it, oh, awfully, on Matilda's tail. Well, it is a beaten machine, it is in the arena, and once it is beaten, the house robots can cause damage, and Adam looks most upset. Terrible damage sustained by Micromute, out. The crowd love it, the team doesn't. A lot of painstaking work goes into these machines. Once you enter the arena, you know what will happen if you are a beaten machine. Pit, 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 cry the crowd, put it out of its misery, go on, get it down there. And another tattered remnant, a footnote in Robot Wars history. So, Rampage 2, Whipper, Gianto still in there. But not for much longer. Gianto's helicopter blade slowly spinning into submission. Gianto out! And the two machines that make the Featherweight Final, Whipper and Rampage 2.
Let's take a break now from the Seventh Wars. Throughout the series, we've also been hosting the British Featherweight Championships. And tonight, oh yes, it's time for the Featherweight Final!
Roboteers, stand by.
There they are then, our Featherweight finalists. The team's DTK on the left, Rip in the middle, Prince of War on the right-hand side there. And they're on the left-hand side, Whipper, Bernard in the middle, and the Rampage 2 team on the right. So Kilolot's in the arena for the house robot. Oh, he's mighty in comparison. Matilda is huge in comparison to our Featherweights.
2, 1. Activate.
And off we go. This is for the Featherweight Championship. They battled their way through to the final. There is Rip, son of Ripper. DTK, son of Danton Kia. Bernard has pressed the bit release and thought about it. Rampage 2 there with the top bars. Flipping next to it is Prince of War 2, right in the thick of things. Little Rip nearly flings itself up and over. Bernard is nagging there against Rampage 2. Prince of War's flipper opens wide. Whipper gets rid of DTK. No, it doesn't. DTK self-right. Every time a machine self-rights or flips, it is using precious CO2. DTK in the yellow. There's Whipper in there once again. Prince of War, you can see the back of that. Rip just self-righting and then twisting and turning. I think it was Prince of War that was lifted, was it? Prince of War's okay now. Bernard in trouble and against the arena sidewall, and there will be no way back from there for Bernard unless it is given a helping hand. And it was by Rip. Why? Rip pushes Bernard towards the pit and gets dangerously close. Bernard comes back for a thrust. Rip overturns Bernard back into the CPZ. Don't forget the house robots can get in there. Rampage topples is okay. This is manic stuff, isn't it, out there for the Featherweight Championship? Look at the size of Sir Kilolot in comparison against little Bernard. Rampage 2, the meat in the sandwich. Bernard thrusts off after DTK and turns away. There's the view from the control pods. Oh, what's gone down? I think Ripper's gone. Rip drove itself into the pit. Rampage 2 is moving on one wheel only, so suddenly they start to falter and drop. 4 machines out there now. Bernard being edged towards the pit by DTK. 3 remain. Because I don't think Rampage now is fully mobile. They're being counted out. And that's a shame, isn't it? Rampage 2 for Ian and James Gillett. Prince of War spins as the inevitable countdown will leave Rampage 2 with just memories and no longer hopes. So then there were 3, and while the others jostle for position, we'll get rid of the vanquished. leaving Whipper and DTK and Prince of War out there. And Rampage too on the floor flipper. There you can see DTK pushing Prince of War across the arena floor and continuing to do so towards the pit, and Prince of War has gone! And then there were two, and we await to see how far Rampage will fly from the floor flipper, which is easy for me to say. Oh, that's out! That's come down with snow on it! That was enormous! And the judges will decide between Whipper and DTK. Our two brave survivors, DTK and Whipper. And the crowd want the judges' decision. Judge.
Well, judges have made their decision and they've gone for DTK!